Tonight on First Coast News at 11, death threats ahead of the Florida-Georgia game. Why Jim McElwain says he just wants his players left alone.
Plus, a 3-year-old boy is found dead inside of a septic tank. First Coast News investigates cases of this happening across the country.
And his home was ripped apart during Hurricane Irma. More than a month later, his home still looks like this. Find out why right now on First Coast News at 11. If you pay attention to and remember one story all night, I want you to make sure it's this one. I want you to think about a young woman you hold dear to your heart.
It could be your daughter, your granddaughter. It could be your sister or niece or the daughter of your best friend. It could be your best friend.
Now think about the rage, the unbridled anger, the violent thoughts you would consider if that girl was stolen, sold into the sex trade and rented out for men night after night after night.
In part 2 of our investigation, Selling Girls, you will see that if your child spends time on the internet, they are a target for sex traffickers. They're blonde, brunette, short, tall, black, white, brown, and young.
These are the average suburban kids.
They're promising them the world and then delivering them into hell.
Sit your daughter down and let her know. There's people out there really ready to manipulate her.
I grew up in church, straight A student, pretty typical girl next door. I went to an online dating site and met a guy. I am told that he's a music producer. You ready? Yep. My dream was to play guitar and sing and make music. And so when he asked if I wanted to go and make music, I didn't hesitate and was like, yeah, sure.
Was there ever a music studio?
No, there never was. I never saw any instruments, never saw any recording equipment. It was all a lie.
Have you ever been sad and confused, and have you ever felt like you had to choose?
And next thing I know, I'm selling my body for money, and $30,000 later, I haven't kept any of the money. They've taken everything. They knew where my family lived, and if I ever snitched on them or turned them into the police, basically, they had a gun and knew how to use it.
These traffickers are not driving around in a little white van looking at who they're gonna kidnap.
Can I take your order, please?
They were like, well, how much do you make here? And she's like, $7.50. And they're like, oh, and you work so hard. And they would talk to the managers and be like, y'all need to give her a raise. They noticed her, and
She hadn't been noticed
before. So what are we gonna do tomorrow?
They promised me more money, and honestly, like, the money sounded really good. You know, at the point where we were at, it sounded really good.
Supposedly she was on her way to Wisconsin to go sell purses around the States.
That was the story.
That was the story. The back page ad was 18-year-old Latina, new in town, looking to have fun. I felt mad. I felt beyond mad. I was raged. I started thinking like a panicking mother. I kept trying to call her, and it kept going to voicemail. I felt out of control, like I had no control of the situation. It's hell. It's a living hell that you gotta live day in, day out. With some of the things that she's had to do, some of the things she's seen, she will never be able to undo them.
So you just read it right there. We know 100,000 new escort ads are posted online every day.
Such an eye-opening story. And you may be wondering how many of those ads are Jacksonville ads. Well, On Your Side's Julia Janae has been investigating this for us, and she joins us now live in the studio. Julia?
That's right, guys. Right now on Backpage, 200 new ads for escorts just here on the First Coast. That's since October 1st. And tomorrow night on First Coast News, we continue our series with a closer look at the buyers.
All this operates in the shadows. All this operates in secrecy. When I was in the midst of it, I never thought of it. I never thought of sex trafficking. I was paying to escape for 15 minutes, a half an hour just to escape.
So who would buy sex from girls? The answer is probably people you know, from teachers, pastors, judges, and cops. Tomorrow night, our Selling Girls investigation exposes the men buying girls. We also look at why local officials here say they are catching customers more than ever before. You can learn what to look out for right now on firstcoastnews.com. Then you can be part of the solution. If you see something suspicious, call the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-THE-LOSS. For now, reporting from the Information Center, Julia Janae, First Coast News, On Your Side.
Well, we experienced quite the rapid storm system. It produced tornadoes over Oklahoma just 2 days ago, tornadoes over the Florida Panhandle last night, and then pretty strong storms here locally, although fortunately for us, the worst of the weather to the north. There were tornadoes over the Carolinas during the afternoon and the evening, and now that continues to race to the north. As far as our showers and thunderstorms, they are offshore. For those of you looking east or have a view of the eastern horizon, you might see lightning out there. But again, those are with storms that are headed away from the First Coast. The last of these showers up to the northeast of Waycross headed towards Savannah and Charleston, and that is it. Here's a look at the computer model, shows the line of intense thunderstorms, again, racing off to the east. Behind it drier, then much cooler weather. In fact, you might call it classic autumnal. We'll take a look at the day-by-day breakdown in just a few moments.
Tim, thank you. How did 3-year-old Amari Harley end up dead inside of a septic tank in Bruce Park in Jacksonville? Tonight, so many questions surround this little boy's death, but it turns out, parents, tragedies like this happen more often than you might think.
While officials don't yet know how the toddler ended up at the bottom of that tank, our On Your Side team, they have been taking a closer look at how often tragedies like this happen, most often to 3-year-olds. Julia Janae is on your side tonight. She filed this report for us with an important warning for all parents.
It's a question family of this young victim understandably want answers to.
I wasn't insecure. I mean, even if there was a cover, on it, obviously it was able to be, moved by one of us when it should have, I feel like, taken some sort of special tool.
The incident is unfortunately not uncommon. In July of last year, Minnesota County officials said 3-year-old Mick Johnston died after falling into a septic tank. 2 months later, Perry Cooper, also 3 years old, survived after falling deep into a septic tank at a Georgia restaurant. This video, taken right after the accident, showed how easily the boy's mom could remove the tank lid with her finger. In April of 2016, the Associated Press reported a 3-year-old in Franklin County, Washington, falling into a septic tank access point due to an unsecured lid. And the stories continue about tanks at homes, stores, and parks. Tank lids that used to come standard in heavy metal have become lighter and made of plastic in recent years for easier access, sometimes too easy for toddlers. On Monday, Jacksonville leaders say they'll look for answers.
Believe me, we'll be on this and try to figure out exactly what happened.
Answers about the condition of the plastic cover used in Bruce Park, now replaced with wood and bolts.
It's my heart, and I'm going to be praying for the family, and hopefully we'll get it through it.
In Arlington, Julia Janae, First Coast News, on your side.
If you walk on the beach at night, be alert and stay with other people. That is the warning tonight from the Jacksonville Beach Police Department after an attempted sexual battery last night. Just before 10 o'clock Sunday night, police say someone was approached by 2 men on Beach Proper South, and they tried to remove the victim's clothing. Police say that victim was able to fight off the suspects who got away. If you have any information on this attack, call Jacksonville Beach PD.
Tonight, a St. Augustine homeowner is frustrated and feeling helpless. His home, well, it looks like this. It looks like a bulldozer went through it more than a month since Irma. And he says his insurance has not helped despite him paying every month. First Coast News' Brittany Dion has his story tonight.
The family says their home is no spectacle, but there's plenty to see here. For 20 years, they've paid their home insurance every month and on time. But now that they need to use the policy, they say the insurance company is giving them the runaround.
It's frustrating in how things are being handled.
Rob DiPiazza says he pays out $2,000 a month in insurance cost. $500 goes to Farm Bureau Insurance for home coverage. His house on Prince Road was ripped apart during Hurricane Irma. More than a month later, it still looks like the storm just hit.
It's destroyed.
Yet instead of using his home insurance policy to rebuild, DiPiazza says his insurance company, Farm Bureau Insurance, doesn't want to pay what it will cost to restore his home.
So presently they're offering $123,000 on $194,000 of structure coverage. And the reality is you can't build anything. You can't build a comparable house, a 1,600 square foot house, for $123,000.
We went by the Farm Bureau Insurance office in St. Augustine. We also called. It's after hours, so we left a message. DiPiazza, who owns Screen Arts, a small St. Augustine printing business, says he's concerned the short-term displacement coverage under his policy will expire, leaving him out in the street.
It's all about money. You know, they want to pay as little as possible out of pocket, and they know that someone without their home is going to be desperate.
DiPiazza has hired a public adjuster hoping to get a better settlement amount. Of course, we're going to continue to help him try to get his home fixed. For anyone at home going through the same issue with your insurance company, let us know. Go to our website at firstcoastnews.com and click on the Contact Us form. Reporting in St. Augustine, Brittany Dion, First Coast News, on your side.
And we have more information on what you can do if you are battling with your insurance company. That's on our website, firstcoastnews.com. A Florida toddler locks himself inside a hot car, and we've got the frantic video as his parents and police rush to rescue him.
Plus, he's the strongest firefighter in the world. What he says is his one weakness.
And that D-line, Calais Campbell, we roll and we bang with him.
And Jags fans are sounding off tonight. Coming up later in sports, this week's edition of Monday Night Quarterback. Well, the beginning of the Florida-Georgia week has taken an unexpected turn. That's because Florida coach Jim McElwain says his team has been getting death threats. During a press conference earlier today, he says he can handle the heat, hate, and even the harassment, but he would like his players, coaches, and all their families, including his own, to be left alone.
There's a lot of hate in this world, and a lot of anger, and yet it's freedom to show it.
Now, McElwain declined to say whether he personally received death threats. He added that he has not contacted police about all of this. Well, people are already lining up for RV City ahead of Saturday's Florida-Georgia game. We spoke to some fans who have been lined up since last Wednesday at noon just so they can tailgate. They won't be allowed into RV City until this Wednesday morning. The big game will happen this Saturday at 3:30.
A lot of excited fans. Well, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Carlos Santana will be right here in the River City tomorrow. The 10-time Grammy Award winner and his band will be performing at Daly's Place in downtown Jacksonville at 7 o'clock. We checked tonight. Tickets as low as $67 are still available. The most expensive front row tickets will cost you more than $900.
And mark your calendars, the Foo Fighters will headline next year's Welcome to Rockville Music Festival in Jacksonville. The two-day Hard Rock Festival kicks off at Met Park on April 27th. So far, a complete lineup of acts hasn't been announced just yet. That is expected to happen on November 8th.
Apollo,
come on, open the window.
Pull the handle, please. Open the door.
So many times you hear stories about parents leaving their children in hot cars. Well, this time, this 3-year-old boy managed to lock himself inside of a car. This happened in Orlando. The mom says she shut the door to let in another person in their car. Well, that is when the toddler clicked the lock button with her keys inside. A police officer tried to get in without breaking the windows. After about 30 minutes, little Apollo started sweating profusely, and that is when they forced their way in.
We're very grateful they were there to help us, and they're our heroes for the day.
So the boys' parents hope that their story helps highlight the dangers of leaving a child inside of a vehicle. They say they are very grateful to police and firefighters who quickly rescued their son.
Delta Airlines is searching for 1,000 new flight attendants, but getting the job is no walk in the park. Last year, 150,000 people applied, but less than 1% were hired. Officials say you have to not only be great in customer service, but you also have to be a safety expert. Also, the hiring process is very lengthy. Flight attendants cannot have any visible tattoos or piercings.
Well, we have another example tonight of the dangers of hoverboards. Look at this right here. 6 homes caught fire this morning in Pennsylvania, and a hoverboard, authorities say, is to blame. Fire officials say that a 12-year-old girl plugged in her hoverboard into an outlet at a townhome. When she turned around, she heard a crackle, then she saw flames. It spread quickly to adjoining homes. One of the homes collapsed with 6 children inside. Fortunately, though, no one was injured.
The First Coast is home to many heroes, from military vets to nurses, but tonight we introduce you to the strongest firefighter in the world. This is Joe Nisdo. He claimed the title of the world's strongest firefighter at the World Police and Fire Games. It's like the Olympics for first responders. He's strong enough to pull a fire truck and deadlift 680 pounds, and he beat his closest competitor by more than 100 pounds. He does have one weakness, though.
I'm allergic to cats, so probably send somebody else up there. But I'll hold the ladder for him.
So no rescuing cats from trees for him. He even holds 3 world records. His strength is so impressive, people travel to competitions just to watch him.
That is one strong firefighter.
Well, it may seem like you and your spouse argue a lot, but listen to this.
Yeah, Florida couples actually fight less than couples in any other state, right? Well, according to a new study, this is all according to a new study by Mattress Clarity. According to their research, Florida couples fight 17 times per month, which is lower than the national average. Couples in Hawaii fight the most, according to the study, at least 47 times per month. And a lot of viewers are weighing in on this online. You can weigh in on the First Coast News Facebook page.
I think you'd be pretty happy in Hawaii, but
yeah,
I don't
guess
know.
not.
Well, one thing you won't see at Target, at least for a while, is holiday decorations. The company says it's listening to customers who want to pause the Christmas creep, as they call it.
After Thanksgiving, then I set up my Christmas tree. But I would like to celebrate Halloween and Thanksgiving beforehand.
So Target is trying a new holiday shopping strategy. Instead of bombarding you with trees and lights, they're going to ease in the season. Target says customers suggested things like a new e-gift service, free shipping and kiosk, focusing on impulse presents. Customers said they wanted to enjoy Halloween and Thanksgiving before everything centers around Christmas. And I would have to say I agree with that. I normally put up my Christmas tree right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I do too. It usually comes way too early in the store. So that's nice to see them doing this. And we need some cooler weather to get us kind of closer into the holidays. And
you got it. Let's take a look. The storms are out of here. Look at the temperature. So tomorrow, not as warm is what I'm going to say. I think it's going to even have a fresher feel. Now, sure, by others' standards, you'd still call it a warm day with highs of near 80. But again, with lows of 55 to 68, I think you're going to have that fresher feel as we go through the day because drier air will filter into the region. Then on Wednesday, lows of 45 to 54. That's along the river and all the way out to the beaches. Highs of only 72 degrees. So Wednesday will feel significantly cooler if that's all you need. But if you want that classic autumnal weather, I'm going to call that Thursday because on Thursday, severe clear, blue skies as far as you can see. Lows of 42 to 50, nothing but sun, and then afternoon highs of about 70 degrees should just be, well, classic. But here we go on Tuesday, not a bad day. Drier air filtering in. There'll be some morning clouds, but the amount of sun will increase as we go through the day, and winds will be from the west. That is off the continent. So for those of you in any way connected to saltwater, and I'm talking about creeks connected to creeks, gosh, I'm talking about dry areas that have been wet for the last 5 weeks, and all of that because of the high tidal levels. Well, the moon is headed toward the last quarter, and the winds are off the continent, will be through Thursday morning, and thus the tidal levels will probably, not probably, they will. They'll drop back down to normal, at least what the new normals are. Well, you know, the tropical season, we've now passed the core of it, and typically as we head from the core of the hurricane season, at the very end of the hurricane season, we start to look deep into the Caribbean for any new development. And in fact, it looks like something is developing down there. For now, it looks like it's going to stay well to the south of us, but might be a long-term concern for places like the Bahamas. After our classic weather, another front might begin to bring some moisture back our way late on Florida, Georgia Saturday. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
From the Farrah and Farrah Sports Desk, it's First Coast Sports.
Hello, everybody. The Jaguars are 4-3 after 7 games for the first time in a decade. The Jags defense shut out the Colts 27-0 Sunday, sacked Jacoby Brissett 10 times, and joined the 84 Bears and 67 Raiders as the only 3 teams since 1940 to register 10 sacks in multiple games in a season. Also, Blake Bortles shined despite not having tailback Leonard Fournette, which means Jag fans should be oozing with joy in this week's edition of Monday Night Quarterback.
Defense, playoff bound. I repeat, playoff bound. Sound bite. The defense magnificent. We got the best corners in the league. Jalen Ramsey, Boye, all the linebackers is magnificent. And that safety back there, Gibson Church, hit them when they come across the middle. And that D-line, Calais Campbell, we roll and we bang with them. And shouts out to my boy Malik Jackson. Put on for your city.
Love that the Jaguars won in the fashion that they did on yesterday. My only concern still is that I need for our quarterback to be consistently playing the way he did on yesterday. The thing is he going to do that week after next and the game after that one? You know, I need some consistency, and I want to have a win at home.
The most impressive thing I can say about the whole game is offensive lineman got hurt, went out the game, and we ain't miss a beat. Defense, oh, man, outstanding. Did your thing. Borders, oh, man, I'm watching you, man. Don't think I ain't watching. All right. I give you a B-. Go Jags.
More good news. Dede Westbrook has progressed well since having a surgery last month on a core muscle injury and could return to action soon. And I'm being told the team could activate him from the injured reserve, and he could see action as soon as November 5th against the Cincinnati Bengals. Jaguars rookie left tackle Cam Robinson was injured on the Jaguars' opening drive of Sunday's game. Won't miss significant time. That's according to reports. Robinson sustained an ankle injury and had to be helped off the field. The NFL Network's Ian Rappaport says his MRI was clean. X-rays were negative. Monday Night Football, Eagles taking on the Redskins. Second quarter, game tied at 3, but not for long. Kirk Kinfolk Cousins hooks up with Thompson there. Touchdown, Skins 10-3, Washington. But here come the Eagles. Carson